Knife that was good. Hi, I'm Craig and this is the Diary of an Angry Scottish Golfer. Today I'm going to just go through a couple of pitching drills that I like to do. Reason being, pitching's never really been a strong suit in my game, so I've done a lot of work on it, or I'm trying to do a lot of work on it recently to improve. I find that I've grown up, as I've outlined in any of the previous videos, I typically grew up hitting golf balls on full shots on a range, because I thought the only way to get better was to just be in the perfect position here, and hit it really, really good on the range. It's all very well hitting the ball really nicely 200 yards down the middle. If you got 50 yards in and you just can't get it within 25 feet or whatever. That was so bad. That was terrible. You're really going to struggle to get your handicap lowered, and you're really going to struggle to shoot really decent scores. So pitching is just a really important part of the game, I think. Not only that, typically, because it's kind of just a shortened version of the full swing, you typically would see, for me anyway, I would see my faults on my long game just on a smaller scale. So if you can work on your pitching and you can improve the technique in your pitching, a lot of the time it'll actually help your full swing as well, as just a nice byproduct. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through 5 of the drills that I typically will use almost every time that I come out and practice my pitching. So if you guys get anything from this, fantastic, let me know. So right off the bat, one of the first drills that a golf coach that helped me with my pitching got me to do was to literally just hit balls with my left hand only. Reason being is that when I was hitting kind of bad pitches and bad chips, there was just no rotation, and I was just kind of staying there throwing my hands at it like stabby, and just no turn, hitting really questionable contact. So it's literally just a case of just hitting shots with your left hand only, just taking the right hand completely out of it, and you just see you get so much more rotation. And basically all you would say then is just put your right hand on it over here, and you see how much you've turned, you see how much everything's turned. I've not hit a single shot yet, by the way, so this could be absolutely horrendous. But yeah, that was actually a good one. Quality finish there. Yeah, so you see that as opposed to how I would previously have done it, when it would just be very like that, kind of duffy, knifey, no turn whatsoever, when left hand only, so much more turn. So this is one of the drills I'll do typically when I start a range session, practicing anything really, just to get in the mood of turning. I'll hit maybe kind of 10 shots, left hand only. So for me, all my issues from pitching came from having no rotation or a lack of rotation. So all the drills that I've been working on typically will promote rotation as much as possible. I just find it a bit easier to hit pitches when I'm rotating a bit better. So the second drill that I quite like to do is using an alignment stick. Basically what you do is you put it up the side of the shaft, you grip it, and it'll run along the outside of your body, and you hit pitches, and basically if you don't rotate enough, it's going to hit you in the side of the body and you'll feel it. So the more you rotate, you won't feel it, and you can hit decent pitches. So I just chucked that, like I said, on the grip, kind of halfway down, grip it, and it runs along the side of your body, and basically all you do is the same, just back and then kind of turn through. That one did hit me a little bit on the side there, so I probably stalled. Another really good drill, again, in the interest of promoting rotation, something that I really struggle with, is to chuck your golf towel underneath your armpits and hit pitches with it try to keep it under your armpits. I used this in a medal last night and I wet it before I started, so I'm going to get my armpits wet, which is a bit of a faff. I don't know if anybody else does that. Does anybody else wet like one end of your golf towel so that you can wet it and then dry it? I don't know if that's just me. It's maybe a bit weird. Anyway, and the same idea, you just feel like everything's so much more connected. You just feel like you can turn everything together. And like, I'm not even hitting any of these particularly good, particularly clean, but because it's so much more of a, because it's so much more, the low point of the swing is just kind of from here to here, as opposed to when previously I would have my hands ahead and I would pick it up and then I would hit it down. The low point is just it's such a small portion of the downswing that makes it so much easier for me. I seen a video with Justin Rose where he was using this thing called a Tour Striker. And basically it's quite an expensive piece of kit. I think it's like 80 quid or something. But basically I just went to Decathlon, got one of these like little foam balls, it's like £1. I put a tee in it, like jammed a golf tee in it, and I took a shoelace out of my old shoe. And obviously it was an old shoe because like, it's just apparent. And it's essentially the same thing, and what this does is you just put the shoelace around your neck and you've got the ball that hangs down. I know this outfit doesn't go, by the way. Like, I know. I realise that now. But we've started. This is the same thing, it's the exact same thing as the Justin Rose Tour Striker. So you've got your foam ball, and basically all you do is you put it between your forearms, so you'll kind of give it like a little bit of a squeeze, and you try and keep it there. And obviously if your body doesn't turn, it's just gonna like fall out. It's just gonna be so obvious and fall out. I noticed that didn't really fall out there, but it will fall out, I promise, if you do it. And then you just kind of hit shots, keeping it between your body, keeping it between your forearms. Another thing I found, basically a drill that I got given off a coach once to help with the striking of my pitches, was to use a basket at the range, or like a bag that you keep your golf balls, a ball bag. Is you hit pitches, but your pitches are lined up quite close to it. When you keep it quite close to it, I mean like that's literally like half a club face away from it. And if you have it so close and you do what you've previously done, you're going to hit the bag and it will move around. Whereas if you kind of work these, or for me anyway, if I work these in conjunction with my other kind of the ball and the rotational stuff, I can have it as close as I want, and I'll just come over the top and just hit little soft kind of fadey pitches, which is for me a nice flight. Don't really like hitting draws with pitches, so yeah, really close to it. Just cut across it slightly and hit these fadey ones, little soft fadey ones. But yeah, full disclaimer, I mean, I'm not a PGA professional. I would say your first protocol, if you want to practice or improve your chipping and pitching, would be go and see a PGA professional and get lessons. The things that I'm doing are just things that I know have been my faults and things that have helped me get a bit better at pitching. By no means am I good at pitching yet, but like, I think if I keep doing these, it'll definitely help. So if any of these drills, if you give them a go and then they help you, that'd be really good. I'd love to know that. If it actually helped anyone, that'd be pretty cool. If to think that like this has got someone a wee bit better at golf, I'd be pretty happy with that. So as always, if you guys like this video, it'd be really nice if you would like give it a like or subscribe to the channel. That'd be really cool. Nice if you could share it with people that you like, or if you didn't like it, maybe share it with people that you don't like, I guess, because I might as well have them watch me. Like if you didn't like it, just punish them or whatever. But yeah, so that was just 5 of the drills that I like to do to work on my pitching. My pitching, as I said, drills are typically what I would use for technique as opposed to building up feel. I'll do some videos on what I do to build up my feel, if in coming up. So hopefully you guys will like that. But yeah, as always, if you did like the video, it'd be really cool if you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel would be really nice as well. I'm so surprised already that I know it's just like a small number compared to what you see on YouTube, but like the thought that there's actually 20 odd people that are watching this is quite nerve-wracking. Like I'm actually quite nervous filming this tonight. A lot more nervous than I've been filming any of the stuff where I've just been wandering about a golf course. But yeah, I guess the whole point of this is just me trying to get better, and if as a byproduct of me trying to get better I can make anybody else better, that'd be like amazing. I'd be really happy with that. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. The things that they always say. Subscribe to the channel, please. Like the video, please. Oh, I have Twitter as well. I've got Twitter. I don't really like social media. I've never really liked social media, but because of this, I feel like I probably have to use social media so that I can engage with people if they're wanting to see certain things on the channel, like, or there's certain things that I'm doing that they're not liking, like wearing uncoordinated outfits. I just like this top. I found it, like in my house, not outside. I got Twitter, at the Range Chicken. That's my Twitter. So if you guys like message me on Twitter if there's anything else that you want to see, or just comment it down below and I'll do my best to accommodate that. But yeah, as I said, there'll be at least one new video every week going forward, potentially more. There's people on the range looking at me because I'm talking to myself. Banner. Anyway, see you guys next week for another video. 56. I got my wedge back. Got my wedge back. Pitching wedge, got it back. This is the reason I started this, because I snapped this against a tree in a fit of rage, and in an effort to be less angry, I thought I would talk myself off the ledge. Got my pitching wedge back. Got fixed by Scott Gourley Golf Technology in Edinburgh. Really good for like club fitting and that, if you need your clubs fitted and that. But yeah, really good. Pitching wedge. Beautiful. Bye bye.